It is 6:10 p.m. now in Abu Dhabi. It should be 7:40 p.m. in India. And today is 1st of November 2025. And today's topic is soulmates and twin flame. And our WeAreOne group, Saturday weekly session number 266. So this is regarding some questions posted into the group regarding the soul, and so we'll discuss. And I think Meenakshi posted these questions. Meenakshi is not yet joined. All right. I will just start that, reading the questions, and then I will give those explanation. Okay, before I go there, just have a small announcement. So, 5th of November is a Kartik Purnima, next Wednesday. Kartik Purnima, it is a Babaji's birthday. So, we will be having online session. So, we will celebrate here in for my Babaji's place of worship here will be just like, so here here we'll celebrate Babaji's birthday here, and we'll do the online. So there is it will be total 1 hour in the evening. It's a working day. So most likely it will be like this time. It will be maybe between India time 7:30 to 8:30. We'll celebrate Babaji's birthday, as well as we'll have full moon meditation on this occasion. So I will make some another posting of the announcement maybe on Monday or so. So that you are aware exactly the timing and things like that. It is just for your information. Okay, so now let us start our today's topic. And today's topic is, as I mentioned, it is soulmates and twin flame. And what is twin flame or mirrored soul? Is there a purpose behind twin flames? Okay, let us start objectively. I will give you the answer, then followed by the detailed explanation, or if there is any associated topic is there, we'll go there. But let us objectively give the answer to the questions asked. What is twin flame? It is it has been used in the media or social media, particularly. Everybody says it is twin flame. Somebody's saying my spouse is my twin flame, or somebody's any romantic relationship twin flame. This is not that. Okay, so drop that idea. It is nothing to do with the twin flame or the per se. Twin flame is sometimes our own soul decides to incarnate, to take birth into the same time frame in two different bodies. Okay, so same time, same lifetime of this thing, so that we can interact, we can meet, but soul is same. It is just split into two, and they almost have the same qualities and same deficiencies. And the characteristic they definitely meet during this lifetime, and because of the similarity, they get attracted to each other, because they're somehow soul level, they know that this is the thing. So what is the purpose of then this thing, the duplication? That's why the mirrored soul is coming. It's a mirror of your own. It is as if you are looking at a mirror. So the twin flame, the idea, the purpose of the twin flame is because many times we come here to experience life. We'll go into detail what we come for, what are the lessons we here to learn, etc. We'll discuss later on. But whatever be the agenda, so whatever be the soul's plan, when we incarnate, when we come here on our own, it is very difficult for us to assess that what is our strong points or weak points or what are the things need to be improved on our own. It's very difficult. We cannot see ourselves. Just like suppose we wanted to, see anything is whether your face is clean or not, you have to go in front of a mirror and find out if there is everything is okay, or or wherever you comb your hair, everything is okay or not, things like that. So for that you need a mirror to understand about your own characteristic. If there is any deficiency, it will be clear. Other on your own you cannot see. Yeah, same logic there. It is that the mirrored soul, or same soul but another body, it gives us the mirror-like appearance. Like when we realize that that person who is my mirror, initially it is not understood. It is not well known from the beginning, but we come close. There is some appeal into that. We come close and looking at the others, then we realize, like, oh my God, I am also having the same characteristics, same deficiencies. It gives us an opportunity for self-assessment without, having to looking at that, and you realize that this, I'm also having the same deficiency, same approach towards life, same philosophy per se, same try to attempting the similar way and things like that. When we do on our own, we don't realize, but when you see somebody else is doing and exactly from where it is coming, then we realize that I need to, I'm also having this, I need to improve upon it, I need to work upon it. So in that way, that the other person helps this basically. It's in the both way. In the process, will get enriched with that experience. Maybe there is something challenges to overcome. As you know personally, maybe say I was having some alcoholism issues and all similar type of things. Suppose the twin flame comes and both of them having same issue. They themselves may not be, understanding they have the issue, but looking at the other person, then they realize, oh, I'm also having the same thing, I'm also suffering the same. Only thing is I'm not realizing because I cannot see myself. So, but looking at the other, you can. Anyway, so this is the purpose of the twin flame, or it is mirrored soul. The fundamental characteristic is they come from the same soul, but in the split into the two bodies. Yeah? So this is the typical characteristics of that. And as I mentioned, in the whole process, in this lifetime, based on both the body's experiences and all those things, so the soul itself evolve. Where evolve, what are the things that we come again later on. But it is a soul's choice. They can create these things. The mirrored soul or twin flame in that sense. They can then help each other to grow and ultimately achieve the soul's purpose through both the bodies. They have achieved that soul's purpose in that incarnation. So that is the fundamental reason for the twin flame or the mirrored soul. Now, the next question is about that what is exact meaning of soulmates? Okay, so soulmate is different souls decided at the soul level. They have to incarnate together but play in the different role. I'm not saying together doesn't mean same time. Means they may be different time frame on the planet Earth, but they will be together here on the planet Earth and play different roles. So normally our very close relatives, the spouse and the children, they're all basically our soulmates, because we have decided that we will come to the planet Earth and together, and different part of the thing will play different roles and all those things. So soulmates, or you can say this is some soul decided together that will bond and do this. So what is then the difference between the twin flame or mirrored soul and the soulmates? Mirrored soul is the same soul but split. Here the soulmates are not same soul. They are different souls in the different body. They come together to have some group experiences together, say as a family or as in this on this three-dimensional reality. Different role they play, and they have their own soul's plan, and they fulfill each other. Even it is possible that some soulmates can take part as our biggest critic or enemy to overcome those kind of challenges. That is also possible. Yeah? I'm not saying all soulmates are basically or some close relatives or romantic relationship, not necessarily. Yeah, but only thing they choose that whatever drama has to happen, because to achieve a certain kind of experiences. Just like in a movie, it is broadly decided who will be hero, who will be heroine, and who will be the villain, and all. They play their own roles so that in the end of the thing, whole story is complete. Same here. So in this case, like in the movie, they call it co-actors. Here it is soulmates. When decision has been made, the script has been written on the soul level, and it is played out here, and that is what the soulmates are. And of course, as it is a soulmate, they can have a particular agenda. Like they can take part in a particular country at a particular era, at a particular society, or maybe they work together to have that, to contribute to the humanity for betterment, or maybe some issues have been dragged on quite a long, and they come here to change the perspective of that society on things, so that particular family, they become their example and to guide others, help others to achieve something which is much bigger than the individual goals. So that is the purpose of the soulmates. But of course, individually, each and every soul who takes part into this as a part of the soulmates, they also improve and give. It is like basically they come here to get the lessons of the relationships. Okay, so because it is interrelation because of the two. So maybe sometimes they come here to experience some complicated relationships which they overcome. That is the goal. Through that complicacy, they get into the power and they find out that what is the way forward and the resolve it, or go beyond it. Basically, not necessarily it will solve as per our terms, but in the process they learn, and both the things, experientially learn things, and they get enriched themselves, through the experiences. So both the souls here, or more than one soul, they get enriched by this process. Okay. So the next question, number 3, how does a person recognize and understand he or she is my twin flame or soulmate? Actually, it is because at soul level they know, so they feel like unexplainable attraction, like two magnets. They don't know logically, that doesn't make sense, but when they come across, there is some like a hidden pull towards each other. So as I mentioned, it is not necessarily the romantic relationships and all. They just like to be in the company of the other. They choose to be in the same place, or doing some activity together, take part in some kind of maybe some project together, you can say, in professional terms. So they are involved into something where both are there and they take their own part, but they have a different level of like a connection, but only thing is it starts with the connection, but there's a lot of drama takes place between them as well. So we'll come into that little later on, but it is not the easygoing thing. it's not nice thing. So each and this, as there are two, party into the relationship. So it has got its initial attraction. You can say the love affair, then then the marriage. Then I'm saying the equivalent of that: marriage, then honeymoon, then fighting, then maybe something temporary separation, and the mature and the reconciliation, so and so forth. So it is not only just getting attracted like a magnet. That starts with that, but not necessarily the relationship play with that. There's a lot of drama can also happen in the process. They rediscover themselves and they rediscover the connection. Even those are strengthen the connections and things like that. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, let me give you the what is called that brief answer. Then I will come back again that with detailed explanation of that one. Yeah. Each one in the totality. So let me first answer them. Number 4 is, can a soul enter into a body of another soul? What is Parakaya Prabesh? Okay. Here is the complicated thing comes. Yeah. So it is not about this kind of issues. Normally, it is some event. It is extraordinary event. It is not normally happen, but it is a possible. A person having soul having a very low vibration. Okay, just that is vibration is the strength of the incarnated body. So as you know that all we are practicing 108 stomach breathing and our whole purpose is to raise the vibration. That takes care of a lot of things. But here I'm talking other way around. Like if somebody cannot have a minimum amount of vibration, the vibration is low, maybe that attracts a lot of negativity and all. And it is also possible that because of the slow vibration, there's another soul who doesn't have a body can overpower that. Because of the low vibration, they can overpower that and get into that body and control that body. It is possible. It's not normal. If it is a negative entities and all, we call it a position. Yeah. So you must have heard the position. Don't go to the stories whatever there. I'm saying not all the stories you hear about isko bhoot pakad liya and all. Don't go into that. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying technically it is possible to have position. Temporarily some soul can come. Even you might have heard that. Sometimes it can be voluntary, like they call some medium. Yeah, somebody they go into trance and some other soul, who departed soul, come and to use their body to talk. Things like that. These kind of issues are called Parakaya Prabesh. Para means somebody else's, Kaya means body, Prabesh means entrance. It's possible. Okay. This kind of position, or you become like a medium, and it is possible. In extreme cases, it is possible that the original soul just left the body and another soul enters. Very, very rare case, but it happens. That because of some reason or other, that the soul is disconnected with the body. Anyway, we'll use the common terminology, living the body. But there is no something captured and living. It's not like that. It's just about the connection. So that original soul disconnected from some body, and another powerful soul can get entry into that without and start from there. So that it is a completely different life, different thing, different soul. It is possible. But as I mentioned, it is extremely rare. And these events are called Parakaya Prabesh. Parakaya, as I mentioned, it is somebody else's body, born with somebody else, but in between, whether it is a temporary or maybe permanent in the second case, rest of the life that other soul continue with the same body. It's possible. The example, I will give one example, but like it is said, I'm not confirming this is really happened. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So popularly we know him as Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah. first part of his life, he was a lawyer. He went to, I think, Pretoria or some South Africa somewhere, and there is a famous story that he was wanted to enter into the first class compartment and was thrown away because there is a like apartheid. They don't all this black brown screen skin should not enter into the first class, and some white man pushed him from that first class. He had a ticket, etc., but he was pushed on the platform. After that, there is a history. He then take this movement, then came to India and Satyagraha movements and all, and he became a very highly spiritual. His lessons and teachings and his life is completely different than the normal thing. It is said that when he was pushed into the platform, and that is the moment the original soul of the Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he was just a normal lawyer, passed, graduated from, I think, England and came here for practice. So that time it is said that that original soul left the body, and the master, spiritual master, took that body because there is a mission to complete. Mission, that to freedom movement of India and all those kind of things, and some ahimsa and all this kind of things. And then he became Mahatma. First part of his life, there is no symptom that he was inclined to spirituality or any of this kind of things, and his knowledge level of this spiritual business. But it like drastically transformed into something very highly wise and knowledgeable and things like that. So it is said that there is the higher master has been entered into his body, and then that is the second part of his life is completely different than the first one. Anyway, take it as a story. I'm not confirming or denying anything, but when it happens, it has happened like that because he is a famous personality. That's why I have given his example. Other examples you may not be able to know that person, but here the person, the background, what happened, the story. That's what I refer to that one. Okay. So this is about the Parakaya Prabesh, and somebody wants to join. Okay. Now, next question is about what is soul's plan? And okay, so soul's plan, you know that basically we have, when we take birth, it is called karmic birth. We have, on the process of the lifetime, all of us, we have taken minimum 700 lifetimes already. So all of us who are here, 700, who are interested in spirituality. So we're sure have 700 human lives already. So now that over the lifetimes, we come across many of our karma. So, and those karma, as I explained in the law of karma, it needs to be settled. If it is not settled, within one lifetime, it goes into the multiple lifetimes or, pass on to the next life. So what happens is, at the end of each life, so there is something called soul's plan. But in addition to soul's plan, as we have a free will, we may think, say, or do many things which is not part of the soul's plan. And the understanding is, if this, through the free will, if it disturbs the energy balance, then we create a karmic account. Like whatever way it shifted, the pendulum is shifted, it has to go equal and opposite to balance the energy. It is energy balance principle. We have our now our lifetimes, maybe suppose we live, say, 80 years, and 80 years multiplied by 365 days, multiplied by 24 hours, multiplied by 60 minutes, that many points, if not more, are there. We can say or do something which will shift the pendulum. Means in one life, I mean to say in one lifetime, that many opportunities are there to have any karma, to bind any karma or opening any karmic account. And not all this we can settle in one. So first is our soul's plan. Soul's original plan, let me put it this way. Soul has some kind of arrangement, something to experience. So that plus the karma which is not balanced become together. So these two factors together become soul's plan for the next life. We can say that is our destiny. And based on our karma and whatever the original wanted to experience. As I mentioned, we have already about 700 lifetimes. So originally, what is the soul came here to experience? Yeah. I mean, the first 50 lifetime that might have been over. But during the process, whatever karma they generated, those karma have been, soul has designed next life accordingly. That is a soul's plan for the next life. We come here, say suppose, as per just I'm giving some number just to clarity. Say first 50, all the plans are over. But during the process, we have bind some karma. So it needs 51 life, 51st life to balance those karma. Maybe we balance those karmas, but created some more karma, which needs another lifetime to balance. So then again, soul end of the life, sit down and plan it accordingly, and then plan the next life. We come here, maybe some part, 80% we neutralize, 20% is still balanced. We bound more karma and again need another life. So this way, what happens is, it is called Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. You go into the cycle of karmic birth cycle. And when we go into this karmic birth cycle and we come here and take different things, and then our that again and again you have to come and face these things. So because we will come back to that, there is something called soul sage. Our soul sage is growing based on those experiences and all those things, because it is not straightforward. All those things you have to learn experientially. And then slowly, all those kind of ways, and finally we get into some place where looking for how to go out from here, go out from this cycle of birth and death. And that is the thing we start our searching for solution, way out from this cycle of birth and death. And this also drags on about 50 more lifetimes. That is our intention, but it didn't click or something. So it is said that those, that is seeker, in seeking, seeking the solution, seeking the way out, seeking the way forward from this. It takes about 50 lifetimes to look for it. And then we have sought enough lifetimes, then our soul gets matured. And then one of those kind of lifetimes, then you can come into contact with some living master who can guide us further. So based on that, again, it may take few lifetimes, or it is also possible in one lifetime, or all those things they get enlightened. And then ultimately you can say that that is a final stage of the soul where everything is understood, everything is there, it's all enlightened. Then we get out of this the cycle of birth and death with full understanding, with clarity, and we go back to our home, soul's home. Okay. So now the soul's job is, soul as a policy does not interfere into when the life is running. It does not interfere into day-to-day business. Based on our past life karma, it planned our life such a way that we can repay all those things, maybe debt, whatever thing we have done. Also, we reap the benefit of, if something has done good karma, we get the result of that. Soul level, there is no karma. you cannot earn any karma or repay any karma at the soul level. So if there is any karma, you have to take birth, come into the three-dimensional reality, planet Earth, and do it. And then execute, run a life to do all those kind of things. Because the physical body, this body has a karma. No, soul does not have a karma. Soul only carries that, account, but it has to be done through the physical body. So that's why they have to take birth, incarnate again to take birth. So at the end of each life, there is a something review of the life, and what are the, it takes account of whatever things, balance karma is there. Then accordingly, soul plan the next life. So for the next life, it becomes soul's plan. And maybe soul's original plan is gone. So only the, karmic balance part has come into play. And when we take birth, that becomes our destiny. So we have to, because if we have to settle some karma with someone, those people will appear in our life, and or some relations or friends or whatever it is, to settle those kind of karma, opportunity. If we are wise enough, then we actually settle and get liberated from it, but if we fall into the trap of ego, again we drag on this and we create more karma, or miss the opportunity of to come again, like that. There is no way to evaporate automatically, except when we start our spiritual journey with our sadhana, etc., with the guidance of the masters, we come to a stage that we are on the verge of enlightenment. Then Guru Kripa happens, and that the divine takes in a fraction of a second all remaining balance karma, and you get suddenly liberated and got enlightened. But otherwise, it's practically impossible to achieve there. So whoever has got enlightened, they know that enlightenment happens only due to Guru Kripa, not your effort or whatever you have done. It's not possible in any lifetime to do it, unless until the divine grace happens, where all rest of the karmic burdens are taken care of. Yeah, only thing is, what you can do, you put your 100% effort. If you put your 100% effort, only then the Guru Kripa may be possible. But if you play smart and try to, go shortcut, and it will not happen. In fact, that's why there is no such theory. Nobody can say when actually it will happen. You keep attempting, but when the penny drops, when that, it clicks, when the grace showers on you, nobody knows. But it is certain that only through Guru Kripa it is possible to get enlightened. There is no further coming back, no karma left to come back and all. Then if you don't do any further mistake into that life and things like that, there is no further path. And if there is any, you have a choice to come back to the earth. Those are called dharmic birth. And normally the masters, enlightened masters, they can choose to come back out of compassion to help the humanity, to help others, not for them. Their karmic thing all finished, all gone to zero, no balance. So they just come here to spread the love and the light to the humanity, to guide those people who are not yet haven't crossed that. Anyway, so that is the soul's plan. Now, next question is: are the souls incarnate on earth for lessons? If yes, what type of lessons? That is a good question. Yeah. See, we know that the soul knows everything. It need not to know anything else, because it is knowing everything. So, what kind of lesson means? Those it comes here to experientially understand what is already known. So it doesn't come for a new knowledge. It comes here only for experiencing two different things, two different kind of environment, different kind of complexity, different kind of multiple parameters are involved. Maybe it is not a simple, maybe it can understand things in when it is like a 2, 3, 5 characters, and then 10, 20 characters, then 50 characters, then thousands characters, and then maybe sometime it is a whole humanity is being shaken up. right? The one we are in now, in that kind of thing. When the era is completely negative, Kali Yuga, and there is a lot of temptation, a lot of things. So here comes that if you can pass through that and experientially, you experience everything, but end of the thing in this Agni Pariksha, in that the test, you come out pure. It basically purifies you, you come out clean without giving excuse to drop off. Everybody is doing why not I? This kind of stuff. So then it is just experiential, you get that. You use the negativity to purify yourself like a fire. You go through the fire, don't run away. Go through the fire, go through this external world, go through this negativity, go through all the adversities and all, and come out pure. So those kind of things, so there may be multiple challenges. Sometimes those kind of challenges are put by soul intentionally, just to make yourself stronger, experiential. So in that way, the lessons are all it learns in that experientially under different set of constraints, different lifetime, different set of constraints. Sometime soul may choose to take birth into some war zone, so they face those kind of adversities. Sometimes it comes with a particular some disease for what the solution is still not there on the earth, but it has to go through that. Sometimes it can maybe in the very young age they become orphan, and then the orphan life and things like that. There's a multiple ways soul to experience and all those kind of things, and maybe some of the parameters need to be repeated till they fine tune it. That comes out clean on the other side, not to drag away and things like that. Maybe some of the lifetimes and they could not withstand it, and they lead to the suicide, and then have to come again to, means suicide means the thing is blocked there, it is stagnated there, and then it has to go further. And so they come with a more strength, more these things to overcome the similar kind of things and challenges, and overcome maybe few attempts it takes to go there, and this kind of thing. So in that sense that the incarnate planet Earth, yes, those lessons, and those lessons are many. It's not really all good type of life. Means, in fact, if one life there is no ups and downs, life nice and smooth and everything, live happily ever after, and no problem into the life. Problem means concern or challenges in the life, very happy life, and like dies peacefully and all this kind of thing. It may be ideal for a human life. So we are suffering, so we may look for that kind of life, but the soul point of view, that is a wasted life. You have gained nothing. No, experientially you have not understand anything. So in that sense, it is a wasted life. So means it is also, let me share with you, it's coming to me. See, what happens is soul plans such a way that if there is a very difficult life, it chooses. So then the next life is a relatively peaceful life to take rest. Okay. The next one, again, some higher challenges comes and all. Like that, soul purifies, through experiences, it gathers as many experiences as possible. See, from where this tendency of getting this kind of experiences coming? You see, originally it all came from the soul consciousness came from the universal consciousness, the one. So why this created so many souls, and we keep on creating? Its only job is to create, and each and individual soul having almost infinite path, so many lifetimes, so many different experiences and all those kind of things. Goal is to capture as many experiences as possible. So the one, the creator, created this many, almost infinite soul, and those almost infinite souls are having almost infinite plans. And then the karmic thing and like twist and turns and everything. So basically, it wants to experience itself is infinite way as possible. Infinite, truly infinite way as possible. So even if some two experiences sound similar, but there will be some kind of variation into each one of them, and that makes it unique. So all those experiences are unique. So the souls, the purpose is to learn lessons, means experientially understand that in unique ways every time it takes part. Because even though the experiences are similar, but the environment changes, the time period, history of the time is changed, or maybe the location has changed, the type of social challenges are different, type of, like suppose nowadays it is all about technology. Yeah? So earlier days, there is no such, this kind of technology, information technology, I mean. There's a different type of challenges there. And earlier there's maybe the mobility. People cannot go from one place to another easily. Yeah? Maybe to go from one country to another, you have to go like from India to America, you have to go in a ships. So for maybe 1 month it is to take. So that is a mobility is a constraint. So they learn into this mobility. Nowadays that is not a business. So overnight you can go to anywhere. So those are not lessons are already learned. Now there is a different thing. And same with the physical body, or maybe the diseases, the type of diseases have been changed. So earlier days it was, plague or things different kind. Now it is like a more of a mental kind of stuff, different types of addictions and things like that. So anyway, so we come here in a different environment to have the different variety of the unique experiences our soul likes to go through. In soul level, there is no good and bad. So why soul chooses bad experience? Not necessarily. Soul chooses both. Part of the experience. So there is no such thing. Soul only will choose good experiences and bad experiences are coming automatically. It's not like that. Everything is planned. It is go through. Okay. So then is what is soul's age? Are there different souls of different age groups? Yes, that is the soul's age. Let me put it in this way. And there are 5 5 category of soul groups. So they are called infant soul, baby soul, then young soul. Think of as a human being age, right? So infant, then baby, then young, then mature, then old. So these are all 5 category of soul's age. Each, okay, let me give you the characteristic. First characteristic is infant is a survival. They are completely based on survival. I will go into another, thing where Brahmarshi Patriji has explained. I will go through that one. But let me give you the basic understanding. Infant soul, all they learn about the survival. Okay. And in the infinite, they have the 5 levels together. 5 or 7 levels. Okay. Suppose infant, they learn survival. So when first the soul, human body, soul enters into the earth plane, it will learn the survival skills. That is the purpose of that. And those 7 levels under the infant is initiation, then contrast, like initiation means just entry, then contrast means try to face something of opposite or other, just to understand that who you are, what basically you are supposed to do. Then it learned to observe. So third part is observation part. So all we are talking about the infant souls, yeah, soul group. Then a phase called observation and then integration. So from the observation, whatever it learns, it integrates into its own skill. Then it takes few but to fine tune it. Integration, then expression. Then it's have its own way, to unique way to implement that, express that into the world. And first is expression, then the demonstration. So like not only that about himself or herself, it was to able to lead others or guide others, or to say that this is what I learned and this is how it is. The few lifetimes go into the demonstration. Okay. And then finally come into the mastery. When it is learned everything, and it can teach others about that, whatever skills it learned, and then it does not get affected or bogged down into that. So I'm saying that first is about the infant level survival skills. The soul will learn through different lifetimes. Yeah? And then it is said that it has got about this seven levels of that. Infant has 7 levels. So it is going to like initiation, contrast, observation, integration, expression, and demonstration, and finally mastery. So 7. Yeah. So it is said that there are 7 levels. So infant, to get into those all the 7 levels, it is said about it will take around each like a category, each level, like infant level 1, the 7 level. Infant level 1, it takes about 20 incarnations. Level 2, another 20. I'm just giving roughly for understanding purposes. Yeah. So like that, to come to the 7 levels, it takes 140 lifetimes to reach to that level when it goes to the mastery into infant level. Then it goes into the next level, which is the baby level, baby soul. Somebody wants to join? Yeah. Okay, so now from infant to baby. Baby, what the baby soul they learn, means what is their purpose? Structure and order. It wants to the structure and order, it wants to learn that. Structure of the society, order of the society, and the rules and things like that. Rules of the nature, rules of this. That's what the society, etc. That baby soul, they learn all the structure. What is the understanding of that? Again, in the baby category, there are 7 levels. Same. It starts to learn the structure and order of the world. It has got initiation in the contrast, then observation, 3rd level, 4th level integration, 5th level expression, 6th level demonstration, 7th mastery. Again, each level have about 20 lifetimes. Roughly, I'm just saying, just for idea purpose. So baby soul group has got 7 levels again, and those 7 levels have 20 in each. So baby also another 140 lifetimes. Then it graduates into the young soul. This young soul, what they learn is about the independence and free will. Here it exercises its uniqueness. Yeah. Earlier, baby soul is about the structure and order, understanding everything, how to obey, how to follow, and all. Now it goes into independence and the free will. It starts exercising its free will. Free will is a gift given by the divine to the human being. So it then the independence consciousness and free will comes, and it becomes like more like a achiever kind of thing. The young souls on the achiever and the very high ambitions and all the independence and the free will they use to grow and achieve something. This young soul has also those 7 levels, and then this young soul also, soul group has also 7 means 20 incarnation in each level, means about again 140 lifetimes as a young soul. When it completes that all 7 levels, then it becomes a mature one, mature soul group. What is the purpose of mature soul group? In it, then the independence, free will, means achieving and all that is in young soul. Yeah. Now, mature is a relationship and coexistence. In the mature soul, they learn the relationships again in the 7 levels: entry, basic relationships, complex relationships, like develop enmity, and then more then learn to coexist with different, like unity in diversity type. Yeah, all those things it we learn. First, learn that what is the purpose of relationships and where it will go, and ultimately where you will ended up to. Those 7 levels again, basic to the mastery. So soul gets the maturity, mature soul completes its journey when it fully understands that all the in relationship, not only other person, the relationship with the authorities, relationship with the nature, relationship with the society, relationship with whatever you face in the life, and coexist. You need not to. Initially, it creates conflicts because earlier it learned about independence and free will. Now they have to learn compromise, learn settling something, all those kind of things. So it is not only my way or highway. That was a young soul. Okay. Mature soul understand that integrity of relationship, what to say, what not to say, what is the courtesy, what is the decorum, what is the, like also including so-called sacrifices, what is a meaningful way of exist, live and let live. Yeah, these kind of things comes from the mature soul. Okay, so this is about again that each 2020 in each level means another 140. So far, whatever we come infant soul group, baby soul group, young soul group, mature soul group. 4. One more is there. Old soul. Old soul is a beyond maturity. It is like old soul, their main purpose is interrelatedness and detachment. This is the soul which actually learns to give back. Whatever it has been learned, whatever it is, these things. Learn, guidance, advice. It's like a consultant kind of category. Again, this old soul also have a 7 levels. And you can say that old soul, at the end of it, the mastery, at the end of that level, it is enlightenment, where you need not to come back. So the interrelatedness and detachment, like it's no longer pursuing to this goal, that goal, achieving, and it understood everything about money. It understood everything about relationships. It understood everything about the big bad world and things like that. But it advises, guides others, and leading them into that liberation. And so that is so they are not let others win and fight, and they don't go into the take part into all those kind of things. So the meaning of life, meaning of that, ultimately they realized through wisdom has developed in the old soul category. They also, as I mentioned, they have 7 levels again. So which are 7 levels under each category. The levels are first is initiation, then contrast, then observation, then integration, and then expression, then demonstration, and finally mastery in each level. As I said, that each level is about 20 incarnations in each, means 7 levels means 140. And there are 5 categories: infant, baby, young, mature, and old. So 5 into 7, there are total 35 of them. And each that level will take about 20 incarnations. So 35 multiplied by 20 comes around 700. What I was mentioning earlier. All of us, we have come to the level of the 700 lifetimes. In other words, we are all old souls. And How do we know that old souls? Because otherwise you could never take any interest whatsoever into spirituality. If you are young, you may be still far, far away from the spirituality. Even you don't want to spend even a minute think about it or talk about it and things like that. Yeah. Okay, so this is about the soul groups. What I mentioned there, and then next question is about last question 8 is what is soul's evolution and what is the ultimate goal of a soul? All right. Soul's evolution. Let me now go into what I was talking about, the Patriji's teachings. Yeah. Like Brahmachi Patriji, he has started pyramid society. So we'll take from there. So now we are saying, so I will just, what now I'm going to say is his, teaching that I'm going to convey to you. So 5 soul cycles. So there it is. He's saying that the art is a wonderful school where many souls come for their learning. I'm talking now evolution of soul. Souls come for their learning, evolution, and growth. They undergo a structured development, a structured way of learning. The souls go through the 5 stages of being infant soul, a child soul, young soul, mature soul, and old soul, until they realize their Buddhahood or Krishnahood or Christ consciousness, means enlightenment. So these are 5 cycles, soul cycles. I already explained there. All the 5 soul cycles need to be passed through. Means you have to graduate, you have to learn, and like a school, you have the total 10 classes. So each you have to pass through. Class 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and like that. So all that 5 cycles you have to pass through. There is no skipping or jumping through any cycle of the soul. Each cycle can take up, on an average, it is given 400 lifetimes, but as I said, it is 140, I explained earlier, similar. Depending on soul's evolution, each soul moves according to its own rhythm. However, the growth can be accelerated. This is not a hierarchy, it is a stage of development. In the incarnation path of a soul, it is possible for a soul to get stuck at a particular level, and then the progress gets delayed. Suicide is one of that thing that causes the soul to be stuck at a particular level and be unable to move forward. On the earth, it is special. All the souls from the different soul cycles mixed together, sometimes even living together in a single family. And they're saying that it is not that one family members, everybody is same age group of a soul. Maybe they're different, so help each other. They, guide each other or assist each other to grow in their own paths. Yeah? The 5 soul cycles represent the complete incarnation path of a human soul. We can match the 5-dimensional of being to the 5 soul cycles. The infant soul is at body level. Now it is categorizing that which area. I already mentioned what they learn about that, but now it is giving another perspective that you can correlate with, which is a focus area, you can say. Infant soul is a body level. Focus, like all the development in the body level. Survival and all, I mentioned survival there, but it's all body level. Child soul, or baby soul, it is the mind level. So it's all about learning at the mind level, different things, and strengthen the mind and all this kind of things. Young soul, 3rd category. Young soul is at intelligence level. Okay. The next is the mature soul. Is at, it is written as soul level, but soul, what is meant, means the individuality level. It is your self level, mature soul. And old soul is the spirit level or consciousness level, how it merged with the consciousness and all those kind of things. The spirituality part comes as a part of the old soul journey. Yeah. So where it is go beyond that, individuality and go into the consciousness level, that is the spirit level. So now it is giving the little bit of detail of each category. Infant soul live primarily in the dimension of body and they identify with body. These are newly incarnated souls who have just come to the earth and are still adjusting to the physical body. They are very sensitive, defenselessness, and dependent. They focus on survival and procreation. Such souls choose to be born in groups where they can take communal responsibility. They usually do not have opinions of their own and do not take responsibility. Like infant, like they're dependent on other adults and things like that. However, towards the end of the cycle, they get adjusted to the body as they have experienced joy and pleasure on the body level. They feel less insecure and less helpless. They are now ready to move into the next life cycle. So next life cycle is child souls. Child souls live more in dimension of the mind. They live according to the society. They are obedient children of the society. They follow the social trends, societal trends, culture, religion, politics, etc. They look up to celebrities and successful people in society as their role models. In this soul cycle, the first karmic ties are created. Responsibility for the child soul is just seen in the material sense. They regard people or animals as those who serve their needs. They regard only those who are useful to them and discard those who are no longer useful. They like to explore the material world and they are easily influenced by their social circles and trends. They look at everything that happens to them as a destiny or fate. By the end of the cycle, they no longer passively accept what is happening to them as fate. They decide to take action and gain control over their lives. They are ready to accept challenges and strive to succeed. Then come young souls. Young souls live on the level of intelligence. They gain as many experiences as possible. In order to get experiences, we need to act. They keep trying, they keep being successful in the material world. As the start of the cycle, these souls possess very strong drive to succeed and achieve material wealth and success. They test their strength and willpower. And in the process, they create a lot of karmic ties. A lot of learning happens at this level. Also, the focus is always on I, me, myself, and mine. They measure their self-worth based on their material external success. They are ambitious, self-driven, and possesses good relationship skills. Success is the material world gives them great satisfaction. Young souls have realized that their actions have consequences, but they are not yet ready to take the responsibility for the same. Towards the end of the cycle, they have already achieved the peak of success and start questioning the value of material achievements. They start to see that these things are fleeting temporarily. Money no longer gives enough satisfaction. They lose motivation to strive for wealth or material gain. They see the limitations of money and success. When this kind of thinking starts entering their mind, then they are ready to graduate to the next soul cycle. Next is mature souls. Mature souls live in a dimension of soul. This is when the soul starts looking inward and begins to start valuing things which are not outside. Live is lived in search of external happiness. Life is lived in search of external happiness, joy, self-realization, which cannot be achieved through name, fame, and money. In this cycle, the karmic debts start to get paid off. At the beginning of the cycle, they search for avenues of potential joy, which they often find in music and arts. They also engage in activities which do not generate financial gain, such as social and community service work and charity, humanitarian work. Typically, mature souls engage in self-reflection and introspection. They are strong and resilient. They are responsible. Morals and ethics become a personal to them. At the end of the cycle, they become true seekers for that which leads to eternal joy and bliss. They engage in meditation practice and they seek for self-realization. Eventually, the shift to the next level happens. And the next level happens is the old souls. Old souls live in God realization. They go through the path of research, teaching, and spiritual service. They understand that everything is connected. They live in a state of oneness. This awakens wisdom and compassion. These old souls are service-oriented, loving, and compassionate. They live in accordance to the universal laws. Personal ties mean little to them. They follow the soul's path. Old souls start to understand the law of karma and they assume full responsibility of the thought, speech, and actions. Okay. Anyway, so this is about, I hope you understand what are the different soul evolve, and this is the soul's age is directly connected to that. And that brings us to the last, the soul's evolution that I just explained, which is directly linked to the soul's age. And what is the ultimate goal of a soul? Ultimate goal of a soul, if I just say in 2 words, it will be self-realization. To realize that I'm that, I'm the creator, everything, that I am consciousness, also it is called the self-realization. And the self-realization ultimate soul lesson is this, what I explained about the soul's journey and all those kind of things. It experience through this journey, soul's journey, the transition. I will tell different aspects of the goal, self-realization through what? Through the journey, it goes from illusion to the truth, from impurity to purity, 100% pure, purity in all sense. Yeah. Then it travels from different types of attachments to full detachment. Then it goes from the different types of bondages to the freedom, ultimate liberation. Then it goes into the dependence to empowerment. Go in the different manifestations of fear to love and pure love, the divine love, yeah, or self-love, you can say. That is the final achievement. And of course, it is from the darkness of ignorance to the light, the enlightenment, the knowingness, that light, the awareness. So the soul is actually this soul's journey is to travel between all those things. From the different lifetime, different experiences, different category, different approach that just we explained a little earlier. So this is the way it has evolved, and finally, when it complete all those things, and then it reaches its destination. So if you ask me categorically that the self-realization, what are the qualities of that? How one can see that, say, the self-realized, the soul. What are those qualities? So those qualities I'm just giving. This is not exhaustive. There are many, but these are the main one. The qualities we develop at the end of the journey is self-love, compassion. Compassion is love in action. Forgiveness, humility, surrender, patience, courage, kindness. Courage means it is not to fight against others. Courage to look into inside and get into all the dark areas and overcome that, to take whatever necessary to deal with it. That is courage, that courage. Then kindness, inner peace, and equanimity. No matter what is happening upside, good, bad, all, it's always in the balance, equanimity. These are the soul's qualities. It is achieved. That is the ultimate, the soul lessons it learns in the process of self-realization. So with this, I will conclude this the explanation. Now, if you have any question, you are welcome to ask me. Meanwhile, let me save the attendance. All right. Okay, Hariom, go ahead.
Guruji Pranam.
Pranam.
First is that as we grow, I have seen my own life, in the first few years, we are like a young boy, young child. Then you grow into youth. So all those qualities which are supposed to be there in an infant soul or a baby soul, they are all there in that time. Then subsequently, when you become young, you want to achieve something, you have that fire in you. So I feel whatever we see, probably is the same thing exists in this particular lifetime. And by the time you come to the age of 45 or 50, then you start realizing that you need to look for what actually you are. So is it true that in one lifetime only you can grow from baby soul to child, to infant soul to baby soul to this thing, or is it a combined effect? You're slowly growing as an evolution.
Very good question. See, it is fact that when we take birth, each life has to pass through all these things. That is our normal, age of a body. Yeah.
Anji.
So during the age of a body, those aspects of the soul will come into play.
Okay.
Okay. But the thing is, it is not about what steps we take, where we stops. That determines what is your soul's age. Means if your soul's age is infant, you cannot have that maturity even under 50.
Okay.
Okay, if still infant, means you will behave like that, you will talk like that and things like that. Yeah? As in earlier lifetime, you already achieved those levels. So finally will come there.
Okay.
But if your soul is not in that age group, you will stop there. Suppose young soul, they stop their life with the achievements and things like that. Most of the millionaires, billionaires, or celebrities, most of them are young souls.
Correct.
They are into that. That is their life goal, life purpose. They don't care about spirituality and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Self-promotion, self-given. Yeah. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying most of them. They are young souls. But what happens if somebody mature soul takes birth or old soul takes birth? They pass through that phase. Yes, they come into their life also,
Mhm.
but they don't stop there. They go further.
Understood.
After it, maybe they spend 5, 10 years there, but after that they start thinking the meaning of life. What I'm doing here? Okay,
Mm.
the spiritual journey starts. They put effort to seek for guidance and thing like that. Is there? They
Mm.
past lives they already gone there.
Okay.
So they overcome smoothly and then go into the next level. They don't stuck there. Okay.
Okay.
So that is how it plays.
Right. Thank you so much. Now, we have talked about twin flames and
Yeah.
soulmates. Now, we say that a soul is a multidimensional. You may exist at many planets at a single time. Now, how does that? If a soul is existing in on Earth as well as on few other planets, how their karma on other planets affect? Is it a combined karma being looked after, or they have different karma on different planets? How is the integration taking place?
Okay. And let us put the question in two parts.
Anji.
Understand it.
Mhm.
Our soul can go to any place, anywhere. It can simultaneously present in 10 places. It's
Anji.
correct.
Anji.
Soul.
Correct.
Incarnated body is only one.
Okay.
At given point, only one.
Okay.
So it is misunderstanding that same soul has another body in another dimension, another galaxy, another. No,
Okay.
soul does not operate that way. It has
Mm.
to take the experience. It chooses at that particular time only one incarnation.
Understood.
And then it goes through that process to get it. It doesn't, it can. It wishes one life here, another life in another star system, possible. But normally they don't do. And simultaneously, two lives, never. Soul can be present. It can go and come back. But it incarnation was only stick to only one.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
Understood.
Mm. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. God bless you. Monali,
Yes, Pranam Guruji.
pranam, pranam.
My first question, just Hariomji just has asked, has answered my question. This more or like
Okay.
that. And another, I want to know regarding these old souls, Guruji, they come to earth only to get enlightened. Like you said, they only do communal
At
services.
the end of old soul also have different stages. At the end of it,
Yeah.
when it get mastery, it get enlightened. Okay. Because there is no need to come back. It complete all the steps. All 35 steps completed. Hmm. So the last block of the old soul, they get enlightened.
So if I ask like that, even how do I know what is the stage of my soul? Is it
Yeah. No, that's what I said. That once you are taken interest into the spirituality, you definitely are a old soul. Okay. Otherwise, you will not come anywhere near spirituality. It will not appeal you, attract you. You don't even bother to listen to any single word of that. Okay, so it is come means it is you definitely and also it's a different matter. Our within that also our soul chooses to play a certain role to fine tune itself. Our soul chooses to take difficult situations and all so that it fine tunes itself. In other side, it comes out absolutely pure. So, in fact, let me put it in this way: more older, wiser the soul gets, those kind of difficult scenario it takes invites into their life. See, difficult life means that lot of lifetimes of lesson they got into one life.
yes?
So many issues, suppose health issues, money issues, relationship, so many complicated issues, so that they need not to take different paths for different lessons. They club it up together, make it very complicated. And on top of it, external world is a Kali Yuga. And negativity is the right right and might there. Yeah. But the characteristic, another characteristic of old soul is no matter what happens to them, no, bad thing happens to them, whatever it is, they don't allow their goodness to go away. They stick to it. They're not getting anything. They're not getting any benefit. There is no apparent reason, but they don't lose their original good thing. Those who lost in the process, giving excuse, what everybody is doing, and mera saath bura hua to main bhi aisa, they are young souls. They have not come to that level of maturity, so that, and that even though this trait is there for the mature soul, but old soul, even they give anything without expecting anything in return. People do bad thing to them, but they don't retaliate. So these kind of things, they don't retaliate, they don't drop from the end of it, they got evolved and then leave the planet. But that is where this forgiveness business came. You see the quality, one of them is forgiveness. Unless until you forgive, you cannot liberate yourself. Why forgiveness? Because a lot of wrong thing has been done to them. Even that Jesus Christ was crucified.
Yes.
Okay, there are many masters. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu killed. Okay, many of them. There's not one. So, and many things, they have been, tortured and things like that, but they don't retaliate. Okay, now living example, look at Dalai Lama.
Yes.
Yeah, he is not retaliating. He is not conspiring and creating an army to fight back. No, isn't it? Most injustices happen to him. I mean, his community and his followers, but he's still not doing. So this takes a lot of strength. So anyway, so when you see that happening, that you're not, that value is uncompromisable. You don't want to lose that value. Then these are the symptoms of a old soul. Okay, so no bad thing happen. As I'm saying, it is not that. Even whoever is, look at the life of Ramchandra. He's an incarnate avatar.
Yes.
What is his personal life? Okay, just about to go into the throne, or he was in politics and throw into the forest, and then in the forest, and somebody stolen his wife, and many sacrificed everything. Again, end also, he could not live happily with his children and wife. Take Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna's personal life is not good. So many things. He has seen all his Yadugangs. He's been died in front of his eyes by fighting each other. Whatever people talk about his colorful lifestyle and all this, those are the stories. Story with the Radha, only up to 16 years of his age. He was just a teenager. His adult life is not at all good. Fighting, war, and many other things. And so basically what I'm saying is that the old souls, they choose very difficult lifetimes, very huge challenges. It's not bed of roses. That's what it is. But anyway, so if you don't lose your value, know that you are a old soul. You're not getting anything. Still, this is the thing I should not leave. Huh?
So you please repeat the values one again, please, Guruji, like forgiveness, self-love, surrender, and
yeah. That is the qualities we achieve. Huh? I'll read it again. Yeah. So the spiritual qualities, what the end of it, like in the journey of the soul's journey, we achieve is self-love, compassion, forgiveness, humility, surrender, patience, courage, kindness, inner peace, and equanimity. Okay. These are the things we achieve.
Thank you. Pranam Guruji. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Next is Vani.
Hi, Guruji.
Hi, Mati. Yes, Mati.
So I asked you this question a while ago, but I think I'm still a little confused on it. From your session, it seems like your character and the way you respond to different situations is chosen by your soul and known by your soul. And so I was wondering, does your soul create situations knowing how you're going to react to it? And when you're reflecting on the way you react to things, what should be your attitude towards your personality? How do you balance being self-critical versus constructive introspection, I guess?
Yeah. See, by the way, soul brings challenges in our life. Yeah. But solution, it leave it to our free will. Otherwise, we will not learn. It's also possible that we learn through trial and error. It's not that every time we get successful. Basically, what I'm saying, soul brings the challenges in front of us and also give potential or all the power to solve them, not actually solving them. Okay, so it gives us the power and potential and it gives us the challenges. But we have to take our own call, free will, to decide which way we will approach this issue. That is our free will. We have the thought, words, and actions. We have free will. So out of free will, even it takes few attempts to overcome the challenges, it is in the lifetime we do it. And finally, we experientially understand that this is how it is to overcome. Then what happens is the challenges no longer exist then, if we learn that experientially through our own free will. The soul does not give the way forward solution. It gives the power and potential to address it. But whether to address it or not, whether to delay it, whether to dodge it, whether to blame it, it's our free will. Okay.
Yeah, so let's say you're making the wrong choices almost.
Yep.
Because through your free will, or sometimes you just can't control it. What do you tell yourself at that moment? Is it
try again?
okay?
Try again. Yeah. See, if it is not successful, then at least you learn the lesson. This is not the way to solve it. Yeah? Like I normally give example of famous scientist, I think Thomas Alva Edison, who invented the bulb, electric bulb. So now I think he attempted about, forget the figure, but roughly about the 70 times he attempted. And then finally he, invented the electric bulb which works. So in some of the journalist was asking him questions that you failed, many times, and only finally one time you get successful. So don't you think that all other things, whatever attempted but failed, it is a wastage of your time and effort and everything, your life? He said, no. Now I know which 69 ways the electric bulb will not work. I have the experience now. Suppose in the first shot it is successful, I would never know which way it will not work. Some problem comes, some issues came with the bulb. I cannot solve it because I haven't faced it. I assume this is the way to do and this is the only way to do, which is not the truth. So in the whole process, he learned all possible ways to approach the issue. So it is just a outcome is the final outcome. But in the process, he got all the kinds of experience. So he need not to, work on those things again. He already crossed that steps. Even if he's come down, he can know how to go up there. Okay, normally I give example like climbing some Mount Everest. Okay, suppose you don't want to take all the trouble. Why to take, days and weeks of trekking and hardship in oxygen mask and in the snow, and step by step you go, and the camp and food is not good and tired and all those things. Why don't you take there is a helicopter to go and go on top of the Everest and then come down and things like that. Suppose you try that, you reach there in the peak. Suppose the storm came. You don't know how to come down. Okay, so the person who gone there by helicopter, dropped, maybe helicopter says after half an hour I'll come and pick you up. You take photo to put it in Facebook. Okay. Everest. So he did, but the storm came, helicopter could not come, and he doesn't know where to go, how to save himself, because he didn't see the path, he didn't climb it. Same thing here. So those climbs are not wasted time. It is the experience which reached you to the peak. Any eventuality, if you have climbed once, you can climb twice, 10 times also, no issues, because you know the route. But if it is gifted to you, you become successful at the first time, then it will be like no power. If some minor thing happens, you will flip. Okay, that's why life always gives us many, maybe some attempts, not successful, but that gives you those experiences. No?
Yeah, I think that's helpful to remember. That was helpful. Thank you.
Okay, all right. God bless you. Next is Vikas.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Guruji, I wanted to ask, these twins or triplets, when they are born, is it the same soul in three or two bodies, or they are different souls, or they are twin flame?
No, they are not twin flame. They're twins, but not twin flame.
Okay.
Yeah. Twin triplet, they're different souls. Okay. They're different souls, the sibling born together, but they have nothing to do with the twin flame. And yes, they are in a soulmates, like a soul group, soul family.
Okay.
But soul family means they are different souls. They born together as siblings, brothers and sisters at the same time.
Okay.
They are not split soul, same soul split. No.
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 And my another question is, the matured souls, they have preference of taking birth on some particular country or some particular place where their further mission of completion will help them.
That choice is available at every stage, every category. At the end of the life, next time, soul's plan is like that. So they choose different places, because they want to add the variety of experiences.
Right.
The different places, something maybe in Western, maybe England, something maybe in Africa, something India, something China. The soul takes various times and various time of the history, time of the things, because their cultures are different. So they add on to their experience. And this is available for at the end of life, the soul has an option, no matter which group they belong. It's not, basically I'm saying it is not only limited to the option, limited to the mature souls. It's for the baby soul and young soul. Every incarnation, they have the choice.
But those group souls, which you were explaining, they come together.
Yeah.
So they may be in different places. I mean, far off.
Correct. But in that lifetime, they choose to incarnate together.
Okay. Right.
That lifetime.
So it's a consensus between them.
Yes. In the soul level, it is already agreed. The script has been written. Only they're playing that role. And that role can be a, that a twin or triplet together, siblings, possible.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
God bless
Pranam.
you. Pranam. Pranam. Sonali,
Pranam Guruji, when you started today, I just came from office and I don't know, maybe I have missed something. But I just want to ask you one thing. I think that I knew that soul is a part of universe and it is mature from the very beginning. So I did not know that it could be little, young, and matured soul. I think all souls are mature from the beginning because they are part of the universal. If I'm not, I don't know, wrong or what.
no, no, let me explain it to you. See, there are two parts here.
Yeah.
One is soul knows everything,
Yes.
knowing,
Yes.
theory,
Uh,
but soul does not have all the experiences.
okay.
So all these levels are experientially understanding level. It is not the knowledge.
Okay.
All the time, soul knows everything,
Yes.
but experientially it has to go through that process. The experiential understanding has to come. And those are the levels of experiential understanding, not the theoretical knowledge. Suppose you wanted to, travel, the different level of travel. So infant can travel within the room and only from maybe cot and, crawling here and there, hamagudi.
Mm.
So it's a limited, no? That much they can move. Then maybe like a child.
Mm.
Child can go out to the school and park and things like that outside the room, but it has got that, with that mobility will be there. Then become young, it can, take a bus and train and all those kind of things. It can go different places. So like that, you have more, suppose then you have like a mature. So not only that, you have the thing, you have a money and you have a, big thing, you can go international travels and things like that. So your mobility increases. So, but suppose that time you go to the foreign land. Foreign land is known by the, the child also, maybe read in the book, but never gone there because they don't have resources and the money and the ability to go there. But when it becomes the adult and all, they're able to go like that.
Okay.
Okay. It is not a knowledge. It is about the experience of going there.
Okay. That's why it becomes part of the soul's part. There is a young and
Yes.
little and mature.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay.
Pranam.
God bless you. All right. So Danjali, okay, go ahead.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, pranam.
Guruji, my question is if like there is chaos in the world right now, so if Guruji says hello to you.
Hello.
Hello. Uh, if a soul decides not to take birth now but wait till it settles down, so is it a matured soul that has experienced most of the things in life and doesn't want to experience the chaos again, or what does it say about that?
There are two things. One is called our earth time.
Mhm.
Earth time is linear. Soul
Mhm.
time is not linear. It can choose the point of entry and point of exit.
Mhm.
So it can be immediately, it can take birth. It can wait for 100 years before for the next birth. It is soul's choice.
Mhm.
Okay. So there is no such rule at any level, any category, whether it's infant or child or young or mature or old, they have this choice.
Mhm.
They choose when to enter into planet Earth.
Mhm.
There can be some gap between two incarnations. That's quite possible.
Mhm.
Without losing their evolution.
Mhm.
Because that particular scenario, they wanted to, like, just let me give you one example. Many soul has taken birth in this era because they wanted to have the transition. from the old system, then this transition to divine feminine.
Mm.
Many have chosen this time. Maybe some people have chosen earlier birth was maybe 1800 something. They wait till 1995, then take birth to have this life. Possible. Somebody maybe earlier life ended at maybe like a 87 and immediately take another birth. Quite possible. Okay, so that is soul's choice. There is no fixed rule.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, all right. Fine. I think if there is no further question, so we will conclude our today's session with Shanti Path. Oh. Sarvesham swastirbhavatu. Sarvesham shantirbhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhaga Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Mangala. That completes our session.